Morning. Scusa, Michelle, cara.
Be like, here we go. There's like 30 people online, 15 in front of you. It's okay. It's okay. All right, guys, welcome to Keller Williams Premier team meeting. Thought that was Octavia. She's probably online. Oh, there we go. Okay. Do y'all see the new design? Can we appreciate that? Thank you. All right, phones off, computers down. If you need to take a call, walk out. There is a QR code here if you guys want to donate. We're extremely close to 15,000, which is a huge number for us. If you don't know what Cares for Kids is, see me or see an ALC member. We do have actually three in this team meeting. Wow, guys. Yes, congratulations for showing up. Love that for y'all. But if you're on your phone, you will get a bill. It is $5. It is a donation that goes to Cares for Kids that supports our charities. All right, our beliefs for the WI4C2Ts. Guys, take a good look at it. Great, love it. Who knows it? If you can stand up and say it, you'll be like the last guy who got his bill waived. And if you can stand up and say it with your back to the screen, then you're going to get a 50% off your bill. Who wants to take a chance? Right. So do we know it?
If you get it wrong, does $50 get added?
I love that. Love that. No. So you might want to give a stab at it? You can't write it down before you say it.
No, I'm just seeing it.
Oh. Nobody wants to try?
I just don't know.
No one wants to try. Shell Carter. You're halfway? All right, so we don't know it.
The fees mess me up because it's
all right. Win-win or no deal. Integrity, do the right thing. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication, seek first to understand, which was probably my biggest one. Creativity, ideas before results. I never understood that one probably until the end of last year. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. Truly believe that. Equity, opportunity for all, and success results through people. You can't do this alone. It's an extremely difficult walk by yourself. All right, this was intensely good at Mega Camp. So he's an author. If you guys watched any of the replays or anything about Mega, Simon was probably my biggest takeaway. So on the count of three, 1, 2, 3. Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. Does anyone want to take a stab at that one? What does that mean to you?
You got to figure out what you like to do. Once you figure out what you like to do, it's easier to get a goal.
That's right. I learned last week that I am a true lead generator via phone calls. And I believe that's why I push it so hard, because I love it and I have a passion for it. It doesn't mean that it's everybody's passion, right? It's just something I really believe in. I know that there is money in your database, and I know you get there through texts and phone calls and emails, right? Or in-person conversations, but one way or the other, you're communicating with that person, right? Phone calls are just my way. What's y'all's way?
Well, I wanted to add on to that because this kind of starts in the middle and goes to the end. But the other part is that you find that you love what you're really good at. And the reason that we don't love our jobs is that we're not really good at it.
Ooh, ooh,
That's real.
ooh, that's tough. Ooh.
I said, what you do is you find that you love what you're really good at. And the reason we don't love our jobs is we're not really good at it.
It's tough. And if you really sit down and write out what your job is in real estate, it's probably a list of 50 or 60 things, right? Because we do a whole lot. But your one thing is lead generation, because it leads to every other thing, right? Cindy, what's one thing you're good at when it comes to your passion?
Helping others. That's my whole core. I was just sitting here thinking about what Ken just said, and I kind of agree, but I'm also of the mindset that I love a challenge. I want it to be hard. If it's not hard, I don't want to do it. If it's too easy, I hate it. But even if I love it, if it's too easy, I don't want to do it. It needs to be a challenge. It needs to be hard. Making those calls are some of the most successful that you're talking about that I don't do regularly because I don't love them, but I love the challenge.
Yeah.
So then when I go to make them and I love it, I'm really good at it, finding the people who need my help, talking to them, and I always have success. Always. And
Agree.
so just doing the things that it's a challenge to me.
Does it create, because you're using the word challenge, right? But does the challenge create stress for you, or does it create,
I get excited.
yeah,
I want to do it all day. I want to just keep going and go and go.
because she ultimately loves it, which is realistically what Ken was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I may not be very good at it sometimes, but I love it and I love the challenge and I love being able to help people no matter what situation they're in, whether
Yeah.
it could be easier or hard.
Yeah, where I really came up with that extra part of that deal with Shannon and her group of friends for the last 15 years as they've gotten older and grown up. They're very excited about new things, and then they learn it enough to understand it a little, and then they lose interest and say, well, I'm not passionate about it. And it's
Yeah.
because they're not taking the time to master it. If you
Mhm.
actually put in the effort to master something, you find that you love it.
Agree.
And so that age group of Gen Z has a real hard time in finding a career because they keep dabbling in things and lose
Yeah.
interest before they get to a place where they become good at it.
Yeah.
They can be competent at things. And I mean, I'm a master at what I do, and I've been doing it 33 years. I wasn't a master for the first 10 or 15 years.
Sure.
It took a while to get good. Now I had mastered certain parts of it and fell in love and had passion about certain things. But the totality of what we do in real estate, you've got to latch onto that thing that you love to do and then keep pushing your knowledge and growth until you master the whole thing.
It's very true, because you're continuously growing, right?
Yeah.
Which is why we all go to like these events and these conferences and all these things, because you grow. I'll never stop going to these conferences now. Never. Like, it's worth my money. It's worth everything I put into it. It's worth the early mornings, the late nights. I get so much out of this, and I never knew that until 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And I've been in the business for, I don't know, a long time, 20 some years. So I didn't know that then, but now I see the value, right?
And I think there's passion in learning.
Oh, agree. Agree.
If you're passionate about learning, you'll be successful because you will learn it like he's saying.
Yeah. I got so much out of the mastermind that I went to, the one big mastermind I went to. It was insane how much I got out of it. But what I do know is now top agents, any agent that is succeeding, is not only tripling down, they're quadrupling down, because it's a tougher market. Buyer pool is smaller, that we always talk about. Your sellers are greater, but the circumstances are harder that we're trying to overcome. So the objectives are not easy, right? Because some of them are in over their heads, most of them, and they got to sell.
One of the things I'm really digging about my new role is how I am enjoying the failing.
Zink, what's your new role?
Oh, my new role, I'm a realtor.
How long have you been a realtor?
I have been a realtor for 8 months.
You lost the word new. You're done. You're done.
What I'm loving about my new trade, my new craft,
No.
it's something it still feels good. Still feels good.
Let's change the verbiage right there, though. I love being a realtor, and this is why.
One of the reasons why is I am enjoying the failing. It's almost instantaneous and it's repetitive. I should have said that differently. Okay, next time I do this. And never before in my life have I given so much into something that could pay back so much. It's usually always been a cap. It's always been, hey, you make this. You already agreed to what you
have a cap, yeah. Yeah.
No matter how much effort I put into my work that year, how I motivated everybody around me, that money was that money. And I see the potential for all of this repeat failure leading to something that ignites like lightning nationwide, and that's really exciting.
Now, that's the flip side of someone sitting here doing lead gen and broke. Let's be honest. A lot of us in the business are running on fumes and we can't get that deal, right? And we're stuck and we're stagnant. It's our job to put it out there that, hey, you can do this, but you got to do it through conversation. One way or the other, you got to have the conversation, whether it's through, we were sitting at Mega and Mark said something. I don't know what he said. And I looked at him like, you know how you can get there? And he just, I'm gonna slap you. Like he looked at me like, I'm like, through that database, through those phone calls. And he was like, you know, but it's true, right? Like, so the flip side is what you just said is a whole testimony, right? Which is great. But what people need to realize is that there's a dark side too. And if you don't manage that money and you don't continuously lead gen, you will be out of the business. And that's the truth, right? Which is why we're so focused on lead gen and we're so focused on listings, because that's where we are.
Once you love that part of it, it's like,
You can get beyond it.
dude, I just called the first business. Are you kidding me? Like,
Was it hard?
no, I thought it was going to be hard. And it was like, no, I was able to give them a value proposition. They may call me back, who knows? But I know I will be in contact with them again. Say, hey, how's it going? It's been a couple of weeks since we spoke. And
Or you could go
it's so exciting. This is
knock on that door. I got a lot of listings that way.
just going right into the house.
After you've initially talked to them and they know who you are. It's super easy. Yeah, it's super easy. Mhm.
Nice.
Okay, our mission to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Guys, we're not in the business to be broke. We're not. Yes, it's a lot of work. Yes, it's hard, but we can do it. But you got to focus and you got to commit to the time blocking and you got to endure the fails, but you got to celebrate the wins, which is where I fell. I will have a win and move on in 2.5 seconds. Okay, that's over. That's done. Let's move on.
And I used to stress over failing things like, oh, and he's going to be mad at me and they're not going to like me. And
Yes.
blah, 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 blah. But he was like, you know, it's okay. It's just an expensive lesson.
An expensive lesson.
The lessons that I was learning, and I prefer to learn like scripts and talking than to pay and lose $1,000 sale because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's right.
So I use that as a catalyst to make me start paying attention and thinking about and making deals, pushing deals, even when they're starting to fall apart, finding solutions. That's something that I never did to start with. But there's solutions.
Yeah.
Not to every deal, obviously, but there are solutions.
100%.
Your buyers engaged and your sellers, you know, even though they think they want $175,000, you know, in their pocket, they're not going to get it, and helping them understand that
And the why behind it,
and why.
which is why you have to know what's going on in the community and your world. It's important when Ken is up here giving stats that you hear what he's saying. The war, this is happening. Trade is, last week, market shifted again. Investors stop. It's a halt. Like they've stopped buying, you know. It's important that we hear those words so that when you're in front of these people, you know how to convey it, right? All right. If you guys need a copy of our vendor partner, C. Princeton, please use them, guys. Like our lunch today was extremely expensive. These lunches are very expensive, and we need to utilize their services, not because of the lunch, but because they're vetted and we can get in touch with them if something goes wrong and they're going to fix their work because they're a part of KW. And if they don't fix their work, they're blacklisted, right? Because we want to work with good people, people of the same ethic, people of the same morals.
I used that house and I was pleasant. I was very pleased with how the pictures came out.
Love that. I use Snap House too. Now, on the flip side, Q, gonna use you. Q had a photo shoot with Snap House. He was not impressed, right? He was not impressed. So you know what I told him? Reach back out to them and let them fix the problem before we make a judgment, because we all make mistakes and it wasn't up to your standard. It may be up to their standard. Maybe we didn't convey quite good enough, you know? So the expectation wasn't met, but my expectation is that they make it right, right? So that's important. But I love Snap House. Cappers for July, congratulations to Nick Montgomery, Alicia Barnes, and Jonathan Vining. In July, we had Jolena Spencer Tucker join. She also owns her own brokerage. She came over. Tara Stevens, Benita Turner, Brooke Chandler, Greg Ash, Caitlin Russell, and Charlotte Hildreth. Congratulations to them. All right, so today we're going to talk about mega camp takeaways. I believe Sheena is asking us a lot of questions. What's wrong? We love AI. So Mark, me, and Quentin, we all went to mega together, had a great time. I really enjoyed it. Probably my best mega. Trey wouldn't say that. He was like, I was looking for this. I'm like, where we at? Where you at? Do I trade this with you?
Yeah, pass it around. You need to probably wear one so they can get a question.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
See, that's where I'm like. Okay.
You really don't want to sit this high.
I'll move on first. We don't need it.
Okay.
Pass the mic. I love it.
I got one of these. It's got like a little fuzzy room so you can actually hold it onto the mic. Just
I
bought
went
it.
to
Just bought it from
Amazon.
Target. I think.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. How are you all feeling?
Good.
So we're first going to start with your name, how long you've been in the business, and what is your niche. So we'll start with Mark.
My name's Marc Takas. I've been doing this since 2004. So what is that? 22 years. My niche is it's my database. It's my people.
My name is Shannon Williams. I've been in the business since 03-ish. So what is that? 22, 23 years. And I guess my niche is flipping investors and database now.
Hello, my name is Quenton Smith. I've been in the business for 6 going on 7 years, and my niche is investors going into commercial.
All right. So we have about 50, 60 plus years sitting up here on this panel. All right. So let's get into it. So the first question is, who has the mic?
I do.
All right. So Mark, if an agent came to you today and said, I need to drastically increase my production, what would you tell them to stop doing before you told them what to start doing?
Stop doing? I mean, you would look at your calendar. It would be, if it doesn't exist, if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. And they probably would find that they need to stop not using that tool because they're spending a lot of time and energy and resources on things that aren't dollar productive, aren't getting them to hit their goals. But yeah, anytime someone comes to me that's struggling, it starts with the calendar.
I like that. Shannon?
I would probably work on mindset. So I would probably say you need to read more. So if you're spending your time watching the TV or doing whatever, we need to get into a book that can help the mindset. Also, I would have them stop talking to random people and be very clear on who can help them in a conversation move their needle forward. So whatever table you want to be at, the circle you want to be at, seek those people out, have those first conversations, and just stop with the fear. Move on with the conversation to push the needle forward.
Nice.
And I would say stop jumping around from one lead source, generation source to another. You really have to know what you are doing and who you're targeting in order for you to actually get benefit out of it. So
I like it. All right. So our next question, what did Mega Camp reinforce about the importance of having a database and staying connected to your people rather than consistently chasing the next lead?
what I'll say is databases, the people that already know, like, and trust you. So the barrier of entry is a lot easier. Like, you can just have a conversation with them, and that can be a referral source for you, as well as like it's easy to what do I want to say? To revitalize yourself, sort of like your energy, to get back that energy. Because sometimes what we do is very draining. And so sometimes when we need to recharge, talking to your database is one of those things. from Mega Agent Camp, they were saying things about database a lot, but I don't. I feel like everyone is saying this almost the same thing. Like your database is where the gold is, so don't really need to go out in front of it. So I don't have a specific thing. So maybe Shannon does.
No, I would agree. I think every top agent or every successful agent I spoke with at Mega, when I asked them, what are you doing differently than other agents? And they said, my database. They're not chasing Zillow. They're not chasing realtor.com. And I asked that question to a Zillow team owner. And she said, well, here's the truth. Zillow is making a lot of changes and AI is kind of doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Mm.
And so she started bringing in Claude and, they can search for the leads and do all these things. She said, so why am I not looking at what those lead sources are doing and then have it do it in my database to produce more clients? And I thought that was super smart.
Oh, yeah.
And I came back with that. I was like, the money's in the database. Now, how do I utilize the database and what leverage can I use that I'm not already doing? So I thought that was super intelligent when she just kind of laid it into me like that.
Yeah, I mean, most agents, your database is your gold mine. But what I heard a good number of people at Mega Camp talking about was, you have your database and you've worked it a certain way over the years. They're finding ways to add on to that. And what I mean is use your database and then turn that into a great source for events or a great source for giving or some way that you are taking that core database and doing additional things with it that maybe a lot of people weren't giving consideration before. Using AI to mine it better was a good example. Like I said, events were one that I heard a number of people talking about. And they would even segment that database. So for instance, I run a pretty solid VIP program. So my database is, I don't know, 400 people, but my VIP people are like 50 and they get loved on at a whole different level than my database. And of course they produce a lot more business for me than the rest of that database. So yeah, even slicing and dicing what you've already got and using it to its fullest extent and potential is what I see a lot of people, what I took from Mega Camp.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? To add to that, I kind of agree with you. I agree with you, Quenton, because I always pick someone in my database that I know is going to fuel me first before I start making my calls. So I like that one. Good job, you all. Is everybody taking notes? Don't just be looking. Take notes, you all. This is good. All right. So if you had to turn everything you learned at Mega Camp into a 90-day action plan for an agent who wants to significantly increase their production, what would that plan look like?
So I actually came back and did a 90-day plan actually. And so for anyone that wants it, you guys can have it. And I also have all the notes and audio. We put it into a whole thing and you guys are going to see it. I'll send it to anyone that wants it. But what I came back, what was the question?
What does the 90-day plan look like?
Okay, so my first month of that is really going into my database and segmenting it so that I can mine it more. Those are the words I got from you, but I think that was a really good way to say it. So for me and my team, I mean, my database is 8,000 strong, I believe. And so I really have to get clear with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And then how do I touch them at a high level? And then how many are going to be in my VIP list?
Mm.
So that is what I think I have to do, or what I know I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm probably going to talk about this a little later. One of the things that was mentioned during Mega Agent Camp is really focusing on who you're targeting. So understanding what your ideal client looks like. And this goes down to how many people are going to be moving, how much space that you think that they're going to be needing. Is it going to be new construction? Is it going to be resale? All of these very minute things and being very specific. That would probably be where I would start. And then, as I said before, finding one, maybe two lead generation sources to sort of fuel your database, and absolutely having a system behind your database. Like I discussed with several agents, like after you talk to them, then what's the next step? What do you do after that? And I'm finding that it's not exactly like an 8x8, but that's what I'm just going to compare it to. Being very specific, I got an 8x8, I got a touch system. Now I'm working my database again through the 8x8 and the touch system that will create my VIP list. And then I have one or two lead sources that's going to fuel that, and they're going through the same exact system. So system, understanding who you want to go after, then understanding how you're going to create new people, and then having that system and that's what I would say in that first 90 days.
Okay. Mark?
When you all was saying the VIP and you have, how do you identify VIP? Do you keep your VIP as like a number? How do they qualify for that?
It varies. So the way that I do it is, it has to be someone that, I like them. Like I can just have a conversation. There's a lot of people on my database that I probably don't like. And don't really like me. So, I mean, that's number one. Like we have to have a relationship of mutual respect, and we like spending time with one another. We like talking to one another. Number two is they have to have sent me a referral or done business with me in the last 2 years. If that's that, and that's a hard line. I can still love them, but if we're doing business here. And I keep my numbers relatively low. It's no more than 20, maybe 25. And I serve different markets. So I actually have 2 VIP lists, but it's a pretty small number. But you're top grading all the time. Yep. If someone hands me a couple of good referrals, then yeah, and I like them, they're totally going to my VIP list.
What kind of rewards do you give to your VIP list?
It's not really rewards. Like we do happy hours. I call them a lot. I talk with them a lot more. One that I have not done as much as I used to. I'd see a news article and I would put it in the mail and send it to them. Said, hey, we were just talking about this. There's just something about when someone gets something that I'm thinking about you, it really helps solidify that relationship. But on the 90-day question, I would, if you have to get into production in 90 days, I would revamp my calendar. Win the morning, win the day was a very powerful idea.
Oh yeah,
That I need to implement better.
Oh.
And that often includes your lead generation time.
absolutely.
Doing really focusing in on the things that you need to do. And that will help you sort of structure your day. And so you're going to start doing that. And then the thing that I would add to that is I would do a video real estate related every day for 90 days. And you will see the business turn up exponentially. It doesn't even have to be good, just something.
Ching ching. Ching ching. We just made some money with that tip. Y'all give that a hand clap. We just made some money with that one. Okay, so after hearing from high-level producers, what do you believe is the biggest difference between an agent who is busy and an agent who is actually building a successful business?
Fear.
Tell us more.
Fear. I think as we're entering into the business, we have this idea of what it needs to look like. And then after we go through a couple losses, right? And we get discouraged. And what I hear from other agents that are successful is that no matter what they're going through, they have to figure a way out. They've got to figure it out. They've got to keep going. This is not like something they're dabbling in. This is a career.
Yeah.
And because it's hard, it doesn't mean they stop.
That's right.
And so there was a lot of talk about fear there and how to manage the market and how to get beyond it. So I think that we have an idea of how real estate is, and we don't really know what it is until we've done a few transactions. And once we get in there and we kind of get the challenges going and everything, you've got to have some way to pour into yourself, someone that's pushing you, someone that's on your side to say, hey, you can continue doing this. You've got to find your who and what circle you belong in, and how you pour into yourself. You know, for me, it's a podcast and it's my time with God every morning. So for everyone, it's different. And I understand that people need that social, you know, if they go out, they fill their batteries by socializing. I'm not really like that, so I have to find other ways. But I think it's fear.
Q, you need me to read the question again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was good. That was really good. So after hearing from high-level producers, what do you believe is the biggest difference between an agent who is busy and an agent who is actually building a successful business?
Okay. Mine is sort of like Shannon's. The biggest difference, that's why I was smiling up here, is because she's paying a lot of attention to Gary, and I'm paying a lot of attention to Phil Jones, which y'all know I do role play, so I'm big on Phil Jones. And really, it's sort of this different side of the same coin. She's talking about fear, And what I would say is it's clarity.
Mhm.
Phil Jones was talking about clarity about who you're targeting. And then it's also clarity about the next step, what you're doing. And so I'm big on that side of things and systems. So I think a lot of the agents that I spoke to who are in different market centers, they know their numbers. Like they know, okay, this is what the condo market in Florida is looking like. This is what the hospitality industry is dealing with right now. And they know their business. So newer agents, it's a little hard because there's a lot of stuff you got to know. But for people who have been in the business, like I can move very comfortably forward talking to somebody because I know this is what the market is doing, like it or not. We're in it. So I'm not, well, yeah, I can sell your house for this much. And I really can't. So it's having clarity around your business, what you do, and the activities that you participate in.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I was just say focus. So clarity and focus are really close cousins.
Mhm. Mhm.
But if for someone that needs to, just take that next step, obviously, if you're busy, you're putting in the effort, you're putting in the time, but maybe you're just not doing the right things at the right time. And so by focusing yourself and your business, that will allow you to take that next step. So I think focus is one. And the other one that I honestly believe, and we've had a very shifting market over the last 6-7 years, your skills. My skills eroded immensely during COVID.
Talk about
I mean, it was shooting fish in a barrel. And after that, I quickly realized that, oh my God, I've let this slip or I've done that. And I think that as professionals, we need to understand that the skills that we have are what's going to make the difference between a $3 million year and an $8 million year.
all day.
That's a big deal that I know that you guys teach and skill and all that, but I don't honestly see a lot of agents that I deal with out in the wild with a lot of skills. It's pretty rare. And I think that is a huge difference and lacking right now.
I will add something too. When I came back, so based on what everybody's saying and my fear, as I was thinking through fear, I made a decision this weekend. I'm going to say no more. I'm not going to be afraid to say no. And since Saturday, I've turned down.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And there's power behind it, right?
absolutely.
And so, since Saturday, we turned down 3 listings. And why? Because they're not motivated to sell. They want to overprice it. I'm gonna spend $1,000 off the bat with getting it marketed, pictures and all this stuff. And we can't take, I might get a
Right.
buyer, but that
Right.
buyer just cost me $1,000.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, that's
And
right.
I could have spent that 5 hours in my database or 4 hours in my database.
Yeah.
And the amount of stress it puts on my team
Mhm.
is insane. And so I came back with clarity, my avatar clearly built, and then with the ability to say no, because I'm not afraid of fear. I know the way around it because I have the skill set.
So that's 3 times we've heard the word skills. Ian talked about mastering your skills. Another top producer talked about skills, and another top producer talked about skills. So how do we master our skills? How do we become extremely skillful? 10,000
Yeah, I was about to say
right,
repetition.
right. That's like the best answer when I heard you talking about it, Ken. So is that showing up to trainings? I know you talked about reading books. Like, how do we really master our skills?
Yeah, repetition. Do it again. Do it upside down. Do it however you got to do it. Just keep going after it, and you'll eventually get to a point where I'm so skillful that I'm just doing it because it's habit. And once you build up habits, it's a completely different ballgame, in my opinion.
What you focus on expands. So if you commit, right, to training and experience and shadowing agents that are doing it at a top level, you're going to get better. And what's the top level? Well, for me, it's someone that's doing 30 million a year, right? Someone that's doing more things than I am, building a better team. I'm not at the top. And so I've got to sit at the tables with the people who are doing more. And then when I get there, I go find the next table with those people that are doing more. Until you reach that level of where you want to be consistently, but you're not going to get the experience and the skill unless you're actively hands-on and doing it.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to come to classes because it starts there. right? Being around other agents that are talking the language, calling your ALC members to say, can I go shadow you? Whatever that looks like. But then also being in the field, and you can't get in the field if you don't start by lead generating in that
Yeah.
month. You got to commit.
Agree.
Agree.
And get around other agents.
You have to commit. I agree.
I want to mention just about going to classes. Going to classes is hugely important. But if you come into class and don't know the first thing about what they're going to talk about, you're going to get about 2% out of the class. And then if you don't do anything to research and study up on what you learned in class, you're going to retain less than 0.5% of that. It's a waste of your time.
Agree.
If you're coming to a listings class, then you should be on KWU or whatever we have it. Figure out what it looks like on listings so that you at least have the dialogue that they're going to be talking in, and you understand the concepts. And the whole point of the class is to give you a baseline to go explore for yourself how to do it.
Yeah.
It's not to sit here and spoon feed and teach you how to do it, because that would be a PhD college class, and nobody's teaching that.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's very true.
Commitments, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that.
Oh my God.
Can I add, also doing what you say you're going to do,
Yeah.
right, is a big thing. So if you say you're going to do something, guys, when you commit, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to follow up. If you don't do it, we lose validity, and your skill just dropped 3 levels. There's a staircase. And I don't know who teaches it or who shows it, and I can't remember. But anyway, there's a staircase. And as you gain validity, you climb the stairs, right? As you lose validity, you drop 3 at a time till you hit bottom. And every time you don't do what you say you're going to do, that person loses trust and faith in you.
Yeah.
Right. And then they stop confiding in you. They stop referring business to you. So when you're committing to something, you have to commit to all things. Commit to all things. And then we all fail, we all make mistakes. It's okay. But then own it. Hey, my bad. I didn't get back to you. I meant to. Right? I meant to, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. And the last question is, Mark, since you have the microphone, it's on you first. What is something you heard that challenged a belief you previously had about how to build a successful real estate business?
Something I heard.
That challenged a belief you previously had.
All listings will sell. One guy got up there and he was a big listing guy, and he said that 50% of his listings had expired.
That's right.
I mean, that was scary. Even in 2008, it wasn't that bad. But and so the belief that was challenged was just get listings, right? There's a skill set, and there's a process that has to go along with that, because you can pay for a lot of marketing and drive yourself out of business with lots of listings. So the assumption that we should take all listings, like you just talked about, to build a successful business is not necessarily true. You've got to learn how to evaluate and make sure that it's right for your business, and that you have the skills to have a successful outcome.
Mm.
I agree. In that panel, Mark looked at me and said, what did he just say? And so that did get me rolling. And so if you get a luxury listing, you're not a luxury agent, partner with someone. If you get a land deal, right, and you don't know how to maneuver, you don't have the access to the MLSs that you need, partner with someone. It's okay. Refer it. The other thing that I got out of that, though, was I was talking to Ashley out of Athens, and she owns a pretty big team now, right? She's grown a lot. And we went to dinner one night, and so she was telling me, she's like, where are you seeing the most fallout? And I said, actually, with buyers. And I said, there's a lot of fear with buyers. And she said, I'm seeing it too. She said, but believe it or not, I'm actually seeing agents that are going behind me with buyers who are looking and trying to steal them or take them. And they're converting them from like homes.com, Zillow, whatever it may be. And that was the first time I had heard that conversation. And so when I started thinking about it, I said, wow, I didn't even realize that that is something that's happening. That is a belief. And so I challenged her because I said, how can you improve the conversation between you and your client where they're not having the conversation with another agent
Mhm.
to promote that that agent could steal them, right? Like, where are we missing it? What's the gap? And so I think that across the board, there's a lot of those things happening, and we just have to reinforce skills and systems and gaps and realize that there are those things, but we have to fill them.
So two things come to mind. I'm going to talk about the lady with her 9 kids. This lady is successfully running. I think she's doing 100 million in volume, somewhere around there, and she's in a completely different state.
Mm.
Like, be able to have that much leverage, and the reason I bring that up is because a lot of us, we're very local, right? We're in Conyers, and that's what we focus on, and Metro Atlanta, etc. She's in another state and doing business in, I think it was Illinois, and she's in California, something like that. But she's balancing nine children,
Mm.
which is ridiculous, and running a multi-million-dollar business at the same time.
It started, yeah, just everybody pile up.
Well, I'm at one,
Everybody just
so
come on
that's
in.
all I got. The other thing is, it goes back to what I was saying before, is understanding your who you're targeting, because a lot of us start out as generalists.
Mm.
We, hey, look, I can help everyone. I know a couple people who are like that. I can help every single person in the state of Georgia. Why? Find your people who you are able to help and work with those people because they have a specific problem that you need to learn how to solve. And then once you solve it and you can show that you can solve it, everyone else will either come or they're not for you. But there's enough people in your target market to help and to grow your business.
Good. That's really good. Any questions before we let the panelists? Any questions?
I'll just reiterate what he just said. It's like, you say, I can help everybody. You cannot help everybody.
Mm-mm.
You can help anybody.
Mhm.
but You can't help everybody. And the limiting thing for your ability to help is you.
Mm.
So you have to start seeing yourself as a scarce resource in your business when you're talking about who you're going to work with.
Agree.
Agree.
So if it were me after this, I would probably get with a few people, have a mastermind, and figure out what are 3 things I can implement and start today that would move my needle forward. What conversation could I have with any of us that would help you move forward, or anybody else at Mega Camp,
Mm.
your OP, Trebo, anybody that's in the Atlanta Partners area would be willing to have a conversation. So anybody that was there, not just us, but anyone that you can sit down with to say, how do I move my business a little bit forward?
Yeah.
Move that needle a little bit more over here.
In closing, got anything in closing?
I'll just tell you to time block better.
There we go. That's that number one thing. Time block.
Yep.
And nothing in closing?
No.
All right. Oh, we're done. Everybody give them a hand clap. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, you can give it to Princeton. You can give it to Princeton.
Can I just say that Shannon is a fabulous business in the second one? I was so good.
I agree with Sylvia.
I agree with that.
I got you. I got you. Yeah.
Any questions around anything that happened at Mega, what you guys got out of it, or any comments?
Late.
What's one thing that you guys could implement a little bit better?
Just getting focused.
Good focus. Yeah.
Like you say, it's 52,000. It's not looking.
Agree.
I see things from language that kind of trickle. So, in the James Shore show, and in the MREA
Podcast.
they're each talking about AI integrations and how to incorporate more of that. So it's like, first I hear it as Mega, and then I start hearing it echo or different versions or their take on
For leverage.
for leverage.
For leverage, not for skill. For leverage. For leverage. You still have to know what you're doing.
You can use ChatGPT as a role play partner and
Yeah.
it's actually quite good.
Agree. I do agree.
So you can practice your demonstration skills and your phone call skills. You can practice that with AI. And you can actually set the parameters for how nice and how mean they are on the phone.
You can.
So
I will say this, family reunion dates are out. It's February the 19th through the 22nd. It is in Houston. I got a snidbit from leadership on who's going to be there speaking. It's one that I wouldn't miss. If you could save the money from now to then, and I think the tickets are more this time. I didn't look. Are they? Aren't they 1,200 right now? 1,199 or
so
1,100?
I just want to point out, you see things like that, what that's telling you is the days of 50,000 agents just winging it out to these high impact events is over.
They're done.
They're raising the price because they know that the 50% of the people that go would pay any price.
That's right.
Which means it's going to be much higher level and much better if you go.
So that's where I was going with it. The price is more because of that. The level of agent that is there is not what it used to be. Mark, did you have something to say? Oh. So if you could go, you've got from now till February to figure out how many deals it would take you to get to Houston. Right?
For everyone, it's one deal.
It's one deal. It is one deal because you're, yeah, 1,200.
Flights, your hotels, your rooms, everything.
It's true. But just know that you're dropping $3 to $4 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, let's be honest. If you share a room, it may be a little bit less, but just really think 3,000. But if you get good at lead generating, you can do that. Right? If you're committed to your business and your career, this is something you need to do.
Maps coaching.
Nobody join MAPS until you see me. Nobody join MAPS until you see me. Do not go talk to Cindy about MAPS yet. You're not there. She's right, though. You do. And if you do want to join MAPS, we'll have a conversation as to what that $1,500 a month looks like. Yes, that is true. Oh, see me. See me later. See me later. See me later. See Sheena, actually. Our sponsor for lunch is Oconee Painting. Guys, this is a great general contractor. He will bend and mold and meet with you at any way he possibly can. If you go to him with a plan and you say, I want to implement this and I need your help, he will tell you how. The owner, Wes, is an investor, longtime investor, good friend of mine, and has never told me no without reason. Right? I did.
I got an inspection back, first time home buyer scared to death. I ain't gonna even lie. On older homes, I get a little
Sure.
too. So, because I was like this, but it wasn't a bad house, but it was just some concern. So I ran it back and shot it for inspection. He was like, well, I think for this price, for this side of brick, no, I think you should move forward. So
Yeah.
he really took the time and called me back, went over the report.
100% he will.
No, and he has, it's not just painting. He
No.
has somebody who can do anything.
Any field. Any field.
So he's got somebody, it's.
Anywhere you need him to go. He'll go wherever you need him to go. Yeah. Yeah. It's quality work. My husband works on he's a contractor with like the HVAC part. And so I was asking him the other night, how's that side of it with Wes, right? He was like, just as good as on the agent side. He's like, they're good people. They remodeled my daughter's apartment building where she lives in Athens for UGA. And when they went in there, she has an apartment all year. So they messed up all of her shoes, paint got all over them, all kind of stuff, right? So she was having a fit. Well, I called Wes and I said, hey, Wes, did you do this building? Blah, 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 blah. My daughter, he sent her a check. He got on the phone with her and said, so how much are your shoes worth? She gave him a price. I'm sure it was not truthful. And he sent her a check based on her word of mouth. And then you know what I made her do? Go to lunch with him, ask all the good questions, 30-minute, treat him to lunch and grab all the nonsense questions you can from him. How did you get to where you are? How are your children where they are? You know what I'm saying? Because you need to be grateful when people don't bat an eye.
Also get on the phone if you wanted to do a three-way with your buyer.
You sure will.
Like those first time.
Those jitters.
He will call off the ledge.
And sometimes it's for us as the agent, right? Like we don't know what to do and we need help. It's not our lane. You know, I don't know anything about asbestos or anything. What's happening at KW next week or in the future? Might need batteries.
Hey, double.
Love it. Lead gen call at 9 a.m. with Cindy. If you're not on it, please get on it. I know you guys get the text, the emails, and the voicemail drops. It is a big deal. So we hear a lot of, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to do it. Well, because please, you're not taking advantage of it. No offense.
We see success all the time.
Yes.
Constant.
Cindy, you do this and you do yeoman's duty for these younger agents, but how much of that is your accountability for yourself?
Absolutely. Like I say it all the time. I do the lead gen for them,
Yeah.
but I benefit from it.
Absolutely. Yes.
It has me doing all the right things. But literally, we had Shanika sign, got 3 buyer
Yes.
signed today.
She don't play.
Shares it with us, and Ezekiel's on there, and Kenneth's on there. They're doing the work. Michelle and Quinn are my backups. They got it covered with if I'm not there. We're doing the work and we're doing it together. Kimberly, I see you over there too. They're in there and they're doing the work.
The people that show up to those events will eventually be on this screen as top agents. I see it. I see the pattern. Listing agreement 101 with Sheena, your productivity coach, August the 26th, 11 to 12. If y'all come to me with a listing question and you weren't in this class, I'm gonna send you back to the video. The 26th. Business planning and goal setting. This is not business planning clinic, right? Which is going to start coming up. This is business planning and goal setting with Sheena, August the 31st from 11 to 12. If you want, there's a QR code. O'Kelly is right across the hall. If you don't know who that is, please see him. If you have any questions, if you want to have a sit down meeting, guys, that's what he's there for. If you have a contract question, you can reach the brokers, you can reach Dave, whatever you need, but make sure you're utilizing our people. Yes. Yes. Southeast Mortgage has an app. Does everybody have that app downloaded?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Judith? Tamika? All right. If you don't, I need you to download it like right now. Yes. So it says that somehow there are leads that are going to start coming through the app. Love that. But don't hold me to it because I don't know how that works yet. And I don't know how the algorithms work. I don't know. Right. I'm just saying, why not have the app in case? I don't know. I don't know.
Like me an hour leads?
No, like they get leads.
Oh, they're going to start giving out leads?
I don't know. Yes. Okay. Yes. Billy is saying yes. So I'm going to be ready regardless. I'm going to be ready. The wrong way, the right way to share Southeast Go, share at via text and email. Guys, you can't do it verbally. A QR code is really, really hard as well. So you want to make sure you're sending the link through email and text. And then you have to enter your client's info. If you don't enter the phone number or the email, it doesn't create the prospect. Okay. For help, see Billy. Guys, I need everyone to follow and leave reviews and do all the things for us for Keller Williams Premier. Here's why. The more we show up, the more people contact us. Then the more we can hand that out to agent on duty. Not only that, though, we want to start making sure that we know the world knows that Keller Williams Premier is here in Conyers and that we're here to help people, other agents, because there's so many agents that are not skill-based right now and they're struggling. So leave me a review. I say me, I mean the office, as soon as you can, especially on Google. If you can't do it anywhere else, Google. Then also like and share on Facebook because we do all the announcements there too. We're just starting to build that up. We also have a YouTube channel that will, we're going to start promoting it more in September the 1st. It's where everything is loaded. What's wrong? Oh, okay.
impossible.
I will. You guys gonna check your email? Okay. All right.
And it's good to you, so that way, if one day you happen to get a bad review, the good reviews will outweigh it.
Yes. Yes. And guess where most of them leave their bad reviews? Because some of you don't have Google profiles. On us. On us. And then I have to combat them. Which is okay. You want bad reviews because we're not perfect. We want the world to know who we truly are. We don't want all good reviews. Well, it doesn't matter. Cat's gonna show up a different way. Hey, she deleted this review. You know. All right, that's it. Any questions, concerns? If not, lunch is in the hallway. Yay! And we ended on time. I was worried.
What is? See how you still hurt.
She did say catch her.
Look. Yeah, 2 days. Get over it. 2 days.
I just I sent to you. Tell you. There's that.
So Mega was a weird feeling, huh? Mega was a weird vibe.
Well, for me, it was probably my best Vega, but I thought it was really good.
It was good. I mean, you said it was a good group of people sat for it, so that's good.
Simon was great. I'm gonna do a class on finding the why. I went through like a training with him.
Okay.
That was. I would probably fly and see him somewhere.
So Simon's
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it.
you got it preferred.
He was.
City been constantly getting bucks to bring it.
Is that what they said?
I heard. Eat in a few minutes. Can you catch up?
And then Sumo came in. She's hard to have to adjust to what you said.
I just want the QR codes. Where are they?
Oh,
How do I find it?
go back.
Like, how do I go back to the, like, just back up here?
Uh,
Here? I don't know. Oh, it's not
Maybe-
this screen.
Let me click. She's
Oh, you can.
Yes, we're trying to log in.
No.
she's trying to see the.
That's it. I was just trying to see the slideshow.
Who is? Someone logging in?
Up there you go.
Same.
It's so funny.
What's done, you gonna set up? Can you give it from here? It's only gonna really be a headshot. Hold on, let's stop it. You know what? Oh,
You wanna do it with her and I record, or you wanna buy some?
I will decide to. Let's do it downstairs and get that too much noise. You wanna do it now? You wanna do it after? Now we do it now, and we can do it in front of the. Guess what? I was just about to grab what? My phone. And it's about.
Well, technically, I was also.
I'm back.
Something.
There you go.
Okay, man.
Still trying to get him now. Because he's still dealing with the process. You got to come on the street. Give him on that same thing.
0343.
Do it again.
Good to see you.
But I think Graham is, I think we'll get it this year. Yeah. Like, oh, and everybody that's gonna go like, who've seen him playing, see the good. Your favorite player. When you gonna get back on it? Like, stop. He played in the Cavs one time. He played for Thoreaus. Then we went to Carson. We played at Duluth. Yeah, and then we got middle school to just play with the Cavs.
Residential.
In between people, living in Gwinnett and the Cavs.
She's like, I was but they go into. What's that? She made so fast. Conservatives SBA loans for different awarded to. Especially, and so that way, it's hard. There are people who are writing.
Probably put it in that little shack.
It's not the same as residential. Yeah. Conversations, most of their conversations will be over the phone. Monday through Friday.
I'm telling you all the way.
Yourself, I mean, I'm ever go to a property, but you know.